I was kind of born to a musical family, right? And for the longest time, I felt like I was supposed to be a musician, a singer, so. And of course, both of my parents were, musical by nature. My mom is a singer. My dad plays the drums, the bass guitar, and all of that. So I just felt like, okay, music is my thing. I started up to work on my music. I play the guitar and a little bit of the keyboard. So I felt like, okay, so I might just put all of this skill into becoming a performing artist. I was a Nigerian Idol. I made it to the house. I was on Project Fame, top 10 for Abuja. So you know what? I was feeling pretty much, like this was my calling. So the first time I actually recorded in the studio, I felt horrible. Like I was like, is this the feeling? And everyone that was in the studio with me at the time when I was recording, they couldn't stop talking about the way I sang. Oh my God, you're amazing. You're this, you're that, your voices. But I felt pressured. But of course, I wanted to feel like I had done something musically, right? So I went ahead to record a mixtape called Shades of Kim. And then I remember I tried to do the branding, the marketing, everything myself, but I pretty much didn't feel happy about the project. But I knew that there was a part of me that loved music and I wanted to do music, but I knew it wasn't the way I was doing the music that I wanted to do it. That's a little bit confusing, right? So I was more of a performing artist than, a studio singer. So I realized that I found it very difficult with singing in the studio, but when I had to do a live performance, I was, amazing. I felt like that was me in my zone. So I was part of a live band and we had a lot of live shows. That was where I felt more alive. I felt more like myself. Sometimes you might actually be good at something, but you're not meant to do it. Yeah. When I was doing music, I literally had to drain my parents, my friends, myself to put out a record, to put out my EP. Like I went round. Now, I think that moment where I went through the process of putting out my mixtape was when I found out that I was meant to be a marketing consultant. I was meant to be in the marketing field. So I excelled at doing that. Now, I wouldn't say I failed in the music, but I never felt fulfilled. Like I wasn't happy. So a lot of young people today, they have talents. Like I'm good at a lot of things. Like if I decided to put my mind to this or that, but there are certain things that you feel more fulfilled doing it. Now, don't get it twisted. I love singing. I teach music. I sing in the church choir. I'm happy doing that. But taking music as a profession, I had to be logical about my decision. Now, for a singer, you have your active years, for lack of a better term, to express what I'm trying to say. I would say you have your active years. So you could, if you don't make it at a certain peak in music, you might not be able to hit it before age starts to tell on you. Now, I'm not saying people get old and they don't sing, but so imagine you spent a lot of time putting energy and everything into music and you finally get that break when you're 60. That's what I'm talking about. You want to get that break earlier than later in life. So I just knew that, you know what? I can't do music and put food on my table. There's a lot of talents out there. People are excellent at music. I think I sing. There's 1,001 other people out there that are better than me. I had to face that reality. And then I had to tell myself, how are you going to make money doing music when you don't have anything? There's no record to sign you. You don't have the money yourself to push the music. So how do you want to do it? So back to the point I'm trying to make. A lot of people out there that have talents, but maybe you're just not meant to do that. Maybe you're just not meant to pursue the music, either at the time you're pursuing it or the way you're pursuing it. One thing that's very important on everybody's journey is knowing when and how. If you don't know when you're supposed to do what and how you're supposed to do what, you will be stuck somewhere. So for me, music, the experience I had going through that made me realize that I would excel better off in A&R or as a music vocal coach, which is what I do right now. I teach music and I, help spot talents because I have a good ear for music. I play instruments, and of course, I'm an amazing singer. So there's that. So sometimes you might be struggling in something that you're not meant to be doing at all. You might be excelling in something that will eventually fail, or failing in something that will eventually excel. You have to sit back. No one can help you spot that decision. No one can help you make it but you. I know that it might seem a little more of entertainment, but it applies to everyone. Sometimes you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing. Figuring it out, that's on you. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode, and I'll see you in the next episode.